It is Wednesday, May 8th, 2019, 7:27 a.m. It's sunny outside. I think it's supposed to be like a high of 12 or something today. A few things I'd like to talk about. Still kind of waking up and tired, so yeah. One of the things I want to talk about is yesterday I got high, and it was the first time where I felt fine. Like I felt like I think that was the highest I've been so far since I started smoking again. But it was the first time I felt calm when I was smoking, or sorry, when I was getting high. Like the feeling, like the high anxiety that I usually have, it wasn't as bad, and it felt like I don't know. No matter how high I got, like I was in control. I was calm, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, that was cool. The when I was first it didn't take as long. I had two. I don't like calling them bowls. It just feels dumb. But I had two bowls of the marijuana, and it was quick, easy, and I was done. And I was pretty high, so that was nice. It started off really good. Like it was, I was definitely like just really happy and smiley at first. And I remember Tears Don't Fall was playing, and I was really into it. Like I was having a really good time. And then I was like, I want to listen to some Bring Me the Horizon. And so I decided to go listen to Wonderful Life, which was it was a good song. It made me feel happy. The ending specifically, like it was profound. Like it gave me chills all over, and it just made me emotional in a good way, but at the same time in a bad way. Like I almost felt like crying, but then like that feeling kind of was like, man, that sucks. Why do I feel like crying? And it started like kind of bum me out. And then I started to listen to Nihilist Blues, which whatever happiness I had left kind of just disappeared. Like the good feeling of being high was, or like the good mood I was in. Wow, chill. The good mood I was in just disappeared after that. And it's not that Nihilist Blues was like a buzzkill or anything. It just, I don't know. I don't think those are the right songs to be listening to maintain a good high. So I definitely regret that. But at the same time, I don't, because Nihilist Blues. Part of the reason those two reasons I listen to that is just because it's a good song. I wanted to hear it, but also because there's a new tattoo that I want to get. I don't think I talked about this yet, but it's a tattoo that is inspired by this song, and the chorus of the song starts with "Paradise is in my soul," and the first time I even heard that, I was like, "Wow, that is such a good line." I have no idea what that means, but that is such a good line. And I was like, after thinking about it for a while, I was like, I want to get this, like, I want to get like, that tattoo. That is like, that means so much to me, even though I have no idea what that means. Like that, like it's just such a good line. But I was like, I don't want to get a word tattoo. I don't like word tattoos. I don't want to get "Paradise in my soul," across my chest or something. Right? I was like, that's stupid. So what, like, but the more I thought about it, I was like, man, like, I like it so much. I might just get the word tattoo, dude. But then I was like, no, I can't. So I thought about it, and finally one day I was in bed thinking, maybe it was in the last time I got high, but I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, what if I got like a tattoo where it was like a person, and like that Ozzy Osbourne album, Osmosis, I think, Osmosis, yeah, the Osmosis album, where he's kind of just like this, and it's like a black silhouette of him, but then he's got like, like I don't know, like eyes, mouth, and shit on him. But like for me, like it'd be like a dude in the same kind of pose, and out of his chest was coming paradise, right? And then I was like, that is like that. I don't know. In my head, I was like, no matter how, why am I keep hitting this? No matter what I tried in my head, I couldn't really think of a good way to execute that. And no matter what I tried, I couldn't think of a good place to put that. For a little bit, I was thinking like the back of my leg or something. I was like, that makes no sense. Why am I putting, "Paradise in my soul" on my leg? Sounds stupid. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. I think let's just give it some more time. Think about this one. And within the same night, within minutes, I went from that to thinking, okay, this is a tattoo I want actually. So those tattoos where it's like, it looks like for example, someone has a tear in their skin, but like it looks real, like it looks like there's an actual tear you could see inside their inside of their body, like those realistic kind of tear tattoos. I want to get one like that's the kind of theme, or not theme, but that's kind of like the design I want. And what I want is where should I go? On in like the middle of my chest, and it would only be like maybe a little bit bigger than that. Probably a little bit bigger than that. All I want is that kind of tattoo in the shape of a puzzle, right? Puzzle piece rather. In the shape of a puzzle piece, and I want that to have and I want it to be out of my chest. So obviously, the bone, you see the bone, kind of how it cracked the bone, went inside of my body. Ugh. So I want that. But like that's kind of like on the outside, right? But the middle of it, there's like this, I don't know what it is, but just coming out is paradise. What you see inside of my body is paradise. And I don't know what paradise is. But I want to figure it out. And then that's what I want. And I feel so strongly about this tattoo. It's like the first time where I thought about having the smiley face tattoo. When I first ever thought about having the smiley face tattoo, I was like, I want this and I want to get it now. Not even the heart. The heart tattoo that I want, even that wasn't like, I was like, yeah, kind of, this is kind of cool, but I'll wait about it. I'll wait for it. The smiley face tattoo, I was like, I'm 100,000% positive I want this and I want to get it now. And luckily, thankfully, I waited it out to make sure that I wanted it. I think me waiting it out made it so much more special for me. But like, I haven't felt this confident about a tattoo since the smiley face. And now it's funny because I'm like, okay, I mean, I want this tattoo. I still have something to do about it, but I want this tattoo and I want to get it now. But it's like, okay, you just wait, give it like a year or something. Like, don't get it right now because maybe you won't want it in a year. Maybe you're like, maybe I don't want that tattoo. Maybe you think of something better. So yeah, so that's the tattoo. But anyway, so in trying to help me think of what is paradise, what does that mean? What does that line mean? What does that look like to me? I decided to listen to that song while I was high, and I had my eyes closed, and the story was kind of building in my head, and it's kind of hard to explain, but the story was essentially this guy finally found the courage to jump off of a building, and it wasn't to kill himself. He wasn't jumping to his death. Like when he jumped off, maybe he was, I don't know, but when he jumped off the building, it wasn't, the building disappeared, and it was just basically in the sky. It was clouds all around him, right? And basically the story in my head that I kind of just was generating was this guy finally found the courage to do it, and he was so scared for so long, and he finally like, fuck it, I'm doing it. He jumped off, and when he jumped off, it was the happiest he had been. He was like, oh my god, I finally did it. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so happy. And around him, it was just happiness. It was just literally all it was just clouds, just white clouds, just bright day outside, and it was happiness. And then at some point in the song, that changed into he kind of went to this vortex. And I remember it being like, it was like a cylinder that he was flowing in the middle of, and all around him was dark sky, storms. And in that moment, he was like, oh my god, what did I do? Like, this is like, I went through that happiness of being like, oh, I finally did it, cool, but now you have to suffer for the rest of your life in this vortex of darkness. Like, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. But then after that, the song, I don't remember exactly which parts of the song, but eventually he gets through that vortex, and it's back to that happiness, that the bright clouds, or the bright light and the light colored clouds. But not only that, there's a civilization, or there's an island in the sky, or something. There is a city that now he sees in the distance, and he's floating towards that. And he's like, wow, like that's what I wanted. Like, that's where I'm going. And he's like, and the kind of the moral of that story, I guess, that I came out of that was that, like, sometimes, I don't know if this makes sense, but maybe this is just some weird dumbass bullshit that I thought of that makes no sense, but it was basically, even, like, sometimes hard ass decisions, they're gonna feel like, yeah, I did the right thing, but there could come a time where you're like, fuck, why did I do that? That is the worst. Like, I wish I never did that. That good decision that I thought, and maybe this has to do with the tattoo. It's like, wow, maybe this good decision I thought is that, not really actually, but maybe this good decision that I thought was a good decision, it was actually a terrible decision. That's the part where he went through the light. It's like, oh, good decision, and now he's in that vortex of darkness, and he's like, oh, this was actually a shit decision, because now this is my life. Great, I'm in this shitty vortex. Awesome, right? But like, despite that, you can live through that. And your life can still be good afterwards. You can get through that and find the light at the end of that vortex or the end of that tunnel. And your life can be awesome. And you can see that city on the horizon that you're floating towards afterwards and be like, wow, I just went through shit. And that decision ended up being something that, and going through that shit made the decision that I made actually better because I had to experience that darkness. I don't know what that means. But that's kind of like the story that I had in my head. And it was, I don't know, it was just, it felt like I don't know if I needed to hear that, but it just felt like something that I might think about from time to time when I'm making decisions. Like, this might be a shitty decision now, but it could end up being a good decision later. I don't know, just something I thought about. But I don't know, that put me in like not a bad mood, but it kind of grounded me, and I was like kind of back into being kind of I don't know, just bleh, kind of. Right? And I was gonna listen to Drown, but I was like, I started listening to it like, this isn't. I know this is gonna make me even sadder, so I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna instead do something else. And I remember what I did afterwards, but yeah. So and then I ended up finding some funny picture on Facebook, which put me back in a good mood. So it all worked out, and yeah, it was. Overall, yesterday I think was good. I think I needed that. I feel a little bit better today. Over the last few weeks or days, I guess, I was feeling kind of irritated and just unhappy. And so I think I really needed to smoke yesterday, and it worked. So that was nice. It was nice that it finally did something in the moment, maybe feel better in the moment. Unfortunately, I kind of screwed the pooch and took that high feeling away. So in the future, I definitely won't. Probably listen to, I don't know. Well, Wonderful Life is a song that isn't, neither is Nihilist Blues, and neither of them are songs that are bad, or sad, but I don't know. So that was cool. Yeah, and then the reason, well, not the reason, but fortunately yesterday I finished my project for school, and I have the rest of the week off. I got home yesterday at around like 10 o'clock? No, 9:30 ish. Yeah, got home around 9:30, did some stuff, like working out, showered, and dishes and all that, and then smoked. I think I got high at like 11:30, which was nice. It was nice to have, a few hours to enjoy the high with nobody in the house instead of, getting high at like 1:45 and my mom coming home an hour later. So it was nice. But it's nice knowing that I have the rest of the week off. I basically got the majority of the project done on Friday. Monday, I could have been done, but for some reason I decided to just there was one thing I had left to do, and it's basically I had to add Jason's computer to a static route and ping him, but it wasn't working, and I scoured the internet for looking for help. I asked him, and he gave me the tip of you have to disable something that is outgoing only, and then re-enable it after you've pinged me, and I tried disabling everything that I could find. I literally had no idea what it was, and I spent basically the entire Monday trying to figure that out, when all I could have done was, well, not all of Monday, so basically the end of Monday, the last like hour or something on Monday, I spent doing the bonus objective or bonus step, which was to basically make a new VM and do all the stuff I did on the other VM on that VM. And I was like, why don't I just do that? Skip this step 15 to connect to Jason and make up the marks on the bonus. So I could have just did that, handed in Monday, but whatever. Tuesday, then Monday, before I left, it was like 12:45, I think, when I left, but I spent some time going over most of the project, making sure everything worked. Yesterday, I came in, finished looking all that stuff over, make sure my VPN worked, and then handed it in. He said that the majority of my written components were wrong, which surprised me, because I'm pretty sure I thought they were right, but whatever. Obviously, I lost marks on step 15. There was one thing where I had to make like a policy for Radius servers, but it was ranked third instead of first. I didn't know. I thought there was just, I didn't know how to put it first, so lost marks on that. Basically, he said I lost 7 marks, but I did enough on the bonus objectives to gain 7 marks, so I got 100%. So whatever, fuck it, sweet. Now the rest of the week off. So yeah, today I'm getting my summer or all season spring tires, whatever, put back on at 12:30. And then after that, I'm going to do some shopping. So my plan right now is at 10 o'clock, I need to clean my computer case. And then around 10:45, I'm going to do my workout. And then shower, eat, do all that stuff. And then around and then for 12:30, I'm gonna go get my tires put on, and then what I'm gonna do is I gotta head down to Canadian Tire because I want to buy some tools. I don't know if I talked about that, but I've been really, just for whatever reason, I've been excited about buying tools, my own tools, having them for myself. So I want to do that, buy some tools that are on sale. Not gonna buy everything, but definitely want some socket wrenches, or some, I don't actually know what they're called. Wow, socket wrenches, maybe some pliers, definitely some screwdrivers. The ones that were on sale, those screwdrivers, had like really thick handles. I don't like thick handles, so maybe I won't buy them. But yeah, I just want to buy some stuff. Then after that, I need to go to the mall or malls and buy some jeans. I need to buy some new jeans. Like I said, there's a couple places that I looked at yesterday that had some sales, so I'll check those out and hopefully buy a few pairs for up to $100, which will be cool. And then, yeah, come home when it's done. I got the rest of the week to do absolutely nothing, which will be nice. I might even do my groceries today, just so I don't have to leave the house on Friday. I can wash my car and then do a car wash rather, and then yeah, not leave the house until the weekend to get food. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Really excited about that. I wanted to go get the tools yesterday, but I was like, you know what? I need to do some driving because basically, with the tires, I got to get them put on, and they ask after a certain amount of kilometers come back so we can tighten up the screws or whatever. And I'm not gonna be doing a lot of driving this week, and I'm going to Toronto next week for the Bring Me the Horizon show. So I was like, you know what? Just to make sure that I drive as much so I can have as close to that kilometer amount so they can tighten my screws. I think they're called lug nuts. I don't know what they're called. I'm gonna do all this tomorrow because it's the most driving I'll do this week, and then next week for school, and then before probably Friday I'll head over there and get that figured out with the tires. And yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to just chill out for a bit. I've got a couple hours, so I have to start doing my day. So that's cool. And yeah, so talk to you later. Oh, actually, that's not the other thing. So basically, funny enough, the last couple of days I've been like, I kind of feel like playing WoW. Like, I definitely don't think that I want to play. Like, I definitely am not in that mind space. So like, yeah, I definitely want to play WoW, but I have that kind of little itch. I was like, wow, my sub ran out last week, and I'm already feeling like I want to play. So that's kind of funny. If anything, maybe I'll come back for the next raid when it comes out for 8.2. But just thought I'd share that. But yeah, that's the last thing, and now I'll leave.